What if I told you that the reality you deeply desire, love, opportunity, money, healing, could start manifesting within just 1 hour from now? And no, this isn't blind optimism. I've tested it. I've seen it happen to others. And today, you're going to understand why it can happen for you too. Some people spend years, sometimes their entire lives, waiting for change to happen, always holding on to the idea that it's not the right time yet, that something's missing, or that they need to evolve more to be worthy. But what if I told you that all of that is a sophisticated illusion created by your mind? That the only thing separating the life you have from the life you desire is just 1 hour. That's right, 60 minutes. And this isn't an empty promise. It's applied energetic physics with intention. You were taught to trust chronological time more than your vibrational frequency. You believe that things come through effort, struggle, sacrifice. But what if the struggle is exactly what's delaying everything? Today, I'm going to show you why you don't need to wait any longer. Because the timeline of quantum manifestation isn't measured in days. It's measured in vibration. When you change your internal state, reality responds, and it responds fast. You might think that's an exaggeration. After all, most people still believe that life changes gradually. But look closely. The biggest turning points in your life happened in an instant. A phone call, a decision, an idea. Everything you want already exists somewhere in the quantum field, waiting for you to align and receive it. And that energetic alignment doesn't require degrees, complex rituals, or more reading. It requires certainty, pure, unshakable. Now, this video isn't for someone looking for another pretty theory. It's for those ready to have a real experience. With each passing minute, you'll dive deeper into your internal programming. You'll understand why your subconscious mind is running the show, including why you haven't been able to manifest certain things. And you'll learn how to collapse reality, shift your timeline, and raise your vibration in a way you may have never tried before. But there's one condition. Don't watch this passively. Feel it. Apply it. Breathe in every word like it's the turning point you've been waiting for. Because by the end of this video, you won't walk away with just another dose of inspiration. You'll walk away with a concrete, tested, and proven technique that's already changed thousands of lives. And it can change yours if you have the courage to stop wanting and start being. Have you ever noticed how we treat time like it's some authoritarian figure? Like that strict boss who says, "This will only happen 2 years from now." Got it? But let me tell you a secret. The universe doesn't work with clocks. It works with vibrational frequency. If your vibration is in tune with what you want, quantum manifestation can happen in days, hours, sometimes even minutes. Time is just a reflection of your inner programming. A lot of people ask me why the law of attraction seems to take so long to work. And the answer lies in a belief that's invisible but powerful. That certain things have to take time. It's like ordering a new phone online and believing it'll only arrive by next Christmas. But what if I told you that the shipping time of reality depends on your subconscious mind? If you reprogram your mind, you speed up the delivery. And the tracking code? It's in your frequency. Let me tell you a true story. There was a time when I really wanted to move to a different city, but I thought it would only be possible after years of saving money. That idea of a spiritual deadline held me back. Then one day, I decided to truly raise my vibration. I stopped postponing and aligned energetically with the life that was already mine. In less than a month, a job offer came through that covered the entire move. It wasn't magic. It was activated energy of worthiness. Strange, isn't it? We trust the bank's timeline to release a loan more than we trust the universe's timing to collapse reality. The problem is, we often associate worthiness with long, hard effort. But vibrational frequency doesn't care about effort. It responds to clarity. So if you want to attract abundance, don't focus on how long will it take. Focus on which version of me is already living this now. A good analogy is the timeline jump. When you shift your vibration, you're not speeding up time, you're changing routes. It's like waiting for the wrong bus. thinking it'll eventually take you to the right destination. But there's an internal bullet train powered by certainty and alignment. When you activate that, you stop waiting, and you start arriving. And you know what else blocks reality shifts? That inner voice saying, it's going to take a while anyway, so just chill. But that kind of chilling is passive, it's almost giving up. Yes, you need to trust the universe, but with high vibration, with a firm self-image. You don't need to wait until you're ready. Manifestation begins the moment you see yourself already living it. This isn't theory, it's energetic mechanics. Now tell me, what would happen if you erased every deadline you were taught about love, success, healing, or money? What if your energy field were reconfigured to, it's already happening? Maybe, just maybe, you'll realize the weight was never the universe's. It was always your old identities. But what if you could change it right now without notice? Your energy field is already giving the signal, even when you say nothing. Have you ever noticed how some people walk into a room and, without saying a word, they shift the entire mood? That happens because the energy field speaks first. Before your mouth opens, your vibration has already delivered the message. In quantum manifestation, what you say doesn't matter nearly as much as what you are. You can repeat 1,000 affirmations, but if your subconscious mind is screaming, "This isn't for me," the universe picks up on that. I've fallen into that trap myself. I spent days declaring I was ready to receive love, but inside, I still felt unworthy. It was like connecting to Wi-Fi while airplane mode was still on. Your vibrational frequency doesn't lie. It's what determines the kind of reality you're attracting. If your feeling doesn't match your words, the energy gets stuck. And the result? Silent frustration. Even when you're doing everything right. You know when you're trying to load a video and the internet is unstable? The image freezes, the sound cuts out, and you're not sure whether to wait or reload the page. That's exactly what happens when your vibration is disconnected from what you claim to want. The universe tries to send it, but your energy field isn't allowing it in. The key is to reprogram your mind, not just to repeat nice phrases, but to feel as if it's already real. Think of it this way, your subconscious mind is like a projector. You can tape new images onto the screen, but if you don't change the film inside the projector, the movie stays the same. That's why raising your vibration isn't about pretending you're okay. It's about becoming what you want to manifest. And that takes presence. It's the energy you emit in the subtext of your day that shapes your next experience. Here's a simple practice. Observe your thoughts when you're alone. It's not about what you say to others. It's about what you whisper to yourself in silence. Do you really believe you deserve that house, that trip, that love? Or are you still bargaining with the universe from a scarcity mindset? Reality begins to shift when your energy stops begging and starts behaving like it's already received. Yes, you can use manifestation techniques, visualizations, scripting, affirmations. But understand this, they're just tools. The real engine is your state of being. When your energy field is in alignment with what you desire, you don't need to say much. You begin to inspire and lead through what you vibrate. And the most magical part? Things start showing up quietly. Life responds in silence. Maybe, deep down, you're still waiting for someone to see that you're worthy. But the universe doesn't need outside witnesses. It responds to your inner world. And when you become the field that radiates certainty, there's no hiding it. It's like a strong perfume. You don't have to say a word. People feel it. But are you truly willing to embody this new self-image? Or are you still waiting for permission to shine? The stark difference between wanting and knowing. There's a huge difference between wanting and knowing. Wanting is like looking at a cake in the display and saying, "I wish I could have that slice." Knowing is walking into the bakery, pointing at the cake, and already imagining the taste before the first bite. The subconscious mind understands that kind of command. When you declare something with elevated vibration, the universe doesn't interpret it as a request. It sees it as a fact. And facts, my friend, are not up for debate. One time, I was starving, walked into a restaurant, and ordered my food with the confidence of someone who knew it was coming. I didn't sit there wondering if the waiter would forget or if the kitchen would mess it up. I knew that same feeling is what activates the law of attraction in a fast and powerful way. It's the feeling of inevitability. When you vibrate with that kind of certainty, you collapse the desired reality and shift timelines with energetic authority. Now contrast that with the feeling of asking something from someone you think might say no. That maybe energy weakens everything. You might want a new job, a new relationship, healing. But if your internal programming is still running on doubt, your energy field stays in standby mode. And the universe doesn't respond well to ambiguity. You need to reprogram your mind to move from "I hope" to "it already is." Here's a quick test. Recall a time when you were absolutely certain something was going to happen. And it did. Could have been something simple like getting a call you were expecting, or something big like passing an important exam. That memory holds a specific frequency. That is the vibrational pattern that manifests. When you tap into that state and apply it to other areas of your life, you begin to attract abundance with ease. And if you struggle to access that feeling, here's a practical technique. Write a letter as if you were your future self, already living the desired reality. Describe everything: how you feel, how you wake up, what you see around you. This manifestation technique isn't just creative. It reinforces the identity shift needed for alignment. It's not just about dreaming, it's about becoming. You might not even realize it, but wanting too much can sometimes mean doubting too much. It's that anxious kind of wanting that vibrates in scarcity. Will it come? When will it come? Why hasn't it come yet? But certainty has a quiet elegance. It doesn't need proof. When you truly trust the universe, you let go and receive. And letting go isn't giving up. It's knowing it's already been sent, even if it's not at your doorstep yet. And maybe, just maybe, what you're missing isn't a new technique, but a new inner posture. Your vibrational frequency already has the power to shape your reality. But is your mind still pretending to believe? The universe is ready to respond to your most honest vibration. The one that says, "This is mine, because I am this." And that's when something shifts deeply. The turning point is always internal. A lot of people think life changes when something external happens. A new job, a new relationship, a sudden opportunity. But the real timeline shift doesn't start out there, it starts within. The true turning point happens when you shift your energy before any physical evidence shows up. It's when you raise your vibration first and let the universe simply reflect the new energetic field you've become. Quantum manifestation responds to who you are, not what you hope for. I clearly remember a defining moment in my life. I was emotionally and financially broken. Nothing was working, even though I was trying all kinds of manifestation techniques. Until one day, tired of waiting, I said to myself, "Enough, the change is me." And in that moment, something clicked. I didn't need the world to prove anything to me anymore. I just needed to trust the universe and start vibrating like someone who was already abundant. It was like switching the lens on a camera. The scenery was the same, but the way I saw everything changed. Pain turned into lessons, scarcity became a cleansing, and all the no's became necessary detours. This new self-image activated a strength I didn't even know I had. And within less than a week, invitations, opportunities, and people began showing up in response to that new energetic alignment. Felt like a miracle, but it was just vibrational coherence. You don't have to wait for a catastrophe or a total collapse to have your turning point. Can begin now with something simple. Accept that reality shifts happen first in the invisible. Energy comes before matter. When you reprogram your subconscious mind to see yourself as already living what you desire, the universe responds with synchronicities that used to seem like coincidences. But by now, you probably already know coincidence doesn't exist, right? Imagine your life is like an old radio. If you want to hear a new song, you don't hit the radio. You turn the dial and change the frequency. The music is already in the air, but it only plays for those who are tuned in. The same goes for experiences of abundance, love, and healing. They already exist in the quantum field, but they only become real when your internal programming aligns with the right station. A lot of people still think they need to see it to believe it, but in quantum manifestation, you need to believe it to see it. The turning point is when you act, feel, and carry yourself as if you've already received it, even if the world says otherwise. That's not delusion, it's energetic intelligence. You're not denying your current reality, you're collapsing a new one. And to do that, you need to lead your energy, not be a slave to your circumstances. Now tell me, what if your big turning point doesn't depend on more study, more effort, or more time? What if all that's missing is a quiet choice made within you today? Because at the end of the day, the universe doesn't respond to what you say you want. It responds to who you're being. And maybe, just maybe, that internal choice is the push that unlocks everything that once felt stuck. Silent resistance, what you do that cancels your manifestation. Have you ever felt like you were this close to manifesting something, but for some reason, it just slipped through your fingers? That has a name: silent resistance. It's that subtle, almost automatic behavior that blocks the flow of quantum manifestation. Sometimes, it's not that the universe didn't respond. It's that your anxiety, your need for control, or your fear disguised as caution closed the energetic doors too soon. And all of it operates below the radar of the conscious mind. This happened to me. I was waiting on an important response, something I deeply desired. I visualized, aligned my vibration, strengthened my sense of worthiness. But then, I started checking my email every 5 minutes. Every notification triggered a mini panic. And guess what? Nothing happened. Because no matter how much I said I trusted, my energy field was vibrating anxiety, not certainty. The law of attraction responds to what you feel, not what you say. Telling everyone what you're trying to manifest is another hidden saboteur, disguised as excitement. When you share your plans with people who aren't on the same frequency, you open the door for external doubts to contaminate your internal programming. It's not that you need to hide your life, but certain processes need silence to mature. Letting go and receiving only works when your energy field is protected. And what about the habit of measuring the results too early? That's a classic. You do a manifestation technique, and 2 days later, you decide it didn't work. That's like planting a seed today and digging it up tomorrow to see if it sprouted roots. Reality shifts require ongoing trust. Your role isn't to control the timing of the harvest. It's to maintain your vibrational frequency aligned with the certainty that it already is. Resistance also shows up as hyperactivity. You start doing 1,000 things at once, trying to force the manifestation to happen by sheer effort. But that energy comes from fear, not abundance. When you're truly vibrating high, your actions are inspired, not desperate. The difference between acting from flow or from panic is what separates a timeline leap from stagnation. One practice that helped me: every time I felt the urge to check if it worked, I paused, took a deep breath, and declared, I trust the universe, because the universe has already delivered. That small gesture breaks the cycle of anxiety and reinforces the new inner programming. Quantum manifestation isn't passive, but it's not anxious either. It's a balance between certainty and surrender, between presence and faith. And sometimes what blocks manifestation the most isn't a lack of desire, it's an excess of tension. Your energy field needs room to circulate, and if you fill it with doubt, there's no space for flow. The question is, can you relax enough to allow what's yours to find you? Because maybe, just maybe, the final missing piece of the puzzle is your own inner silence. The practice of certainty in 1 hour. Now that you understand the power of your internal state, let me show you a practice that can shift your energy field in just 1 hour. Yes, 1 hour. It's not an exaggeration, it's focus. The technique is simple. Choose something you want to manifest and declare with conviction that it will happen within the next 60 minutes. But don't hope it happens. Live as if it's already guaranteed. The secret lies in I am, not I hope. The first step is to clearly define what you want. No vague phrases like, I want to be happy or I want more money. Be specific. I will receive an important phone call today. I'll have a brilliant idea for my project. That clarity reprograms your subconscious mind, adjusting your energy field towards something tangible. The universe understands direct commands, not assumptions. Next, step into character. Act, think, and feel like someone who has already received it. If the desire is a new client, how would you behave if you had just closed the deal? If it's love, what would your smile look like upon receiving that long-awaited message? This timeline jump doesn't require effort. It requires presence. Raising your vibration means fully embodying your future self, even if just for an hour, even if it feels like acting. Now here's the crucial part. Let go and carry on with your day. Don't keep checking the clock or desperately searching for signs. Trust doesn't ask for proof. Do what you would normally do, but with the inner knowing that the universe is already working on it. That's the vibrational frequency of certainty. When you're in that state, there's no resistance. It's like opening the door and waiting for what you asked for to simply walk in. Naturally, want an extra boost? During this hour, avoid telling anyone. Your energy field needs integrity. When you share the process, you might unintentionally absorb doubts, judgments, or skeptical glances. Keep this moment sacred. It's just you and the universe. No interference, no explanations. Quantum manifestation loves protected environments. The quieter the field, the more powerful the creation. And you know what's most interesting? Often, what you manifest in that hour isn't exactly what you asked for, but something even better. That's because when you activate the energy of worthiness and align yourself energetically, the universe feels free to surprise you. So release control over the how. Stay firm only in the what and who you are while waiting. Leave the rest in the hands of the invisible. So why not try it now? Choose something, feel it, declare it, be it, and live this next hour as if the universe is simply putting on the finishing touches. Because maybe, just maybe, this will be the first time you fully feel, with your entire body, what it's like to live a reality before it even shows up. So now you understand, time was never the villain. The delay was never in the universe, it was in your vibrational frequency. Everything you dream of, desire, and long for already exists, but it can only manifest when your subconscious mind stops living in waiting mode and starts vibrating as someone who already is. Quantum manifestation doesn't respond to effort, it responds to inner coherence. You don't need more permission, another sign, or one more new technique. You just need to step into that state where you truly feel it's already happening. When you reprogram your mind and start living with the self-image of someone who is worthy, who receives, who is, everything changes. Your surrounding energy field adjusts. You begin to collapse reality with ease. Now pause and think, what would happen if, just for 1 hour, you didn't doubt, didn't measure, didn't wait, just lived? And what if that state of certainty were enough to unlock doors that once seemed closed? The time for manifestation isn't someday, it's now. But that depends entirely on you. The universe has already heard you. The question is, have you decided to receive? Now it's your turn. Don't let this knowledge be just another fleeting inspiration. Choose something right now, anything. Could be an answer, an opportunity, a sign. Declare with certainty that it will happen in the next few hours. And more importantly, live this hour as if it's already happened. You don't need to tell anyone. Just feel it, be it, receive it. And when it happens, because it will happen, come back here and tell me in the comments. I want to hear about your timeline shift. And if you get stuck at any point, share that too. I might even turn your question into a future video so we can grow together. Because this channel isn't just content. It's an energetic field for real expansion. Oh, and before you go, if you felt this video touched you in any way, hit the notification bell and subscribe to the channel. There's so much more on the way. In fact, start loading up the next video right now. The silence that speeds everything up. Why speaking sabotages your manifestations. This video will show you what almost no one talks about when it comes to protecting your frequency. I'll see you there.